Good evening, everybody. Welcome to South Yorkshire Ghost Hunters tonight. We're on an investigation over in Wiston. It's the Mary Magdalene churchyard. So we come here, me and Diane, but I just want to show you some stocks here. These stocks have been here since the late 1700s, I believe. So a set of real stocks here from the 1700s. And I'm going to go underneath the entrance here to the church where Diane is sat. So she's going to give you a brief history of the location where we're at tonight. So good evening, Diane.
Hello. I am going to try and keep my history to a minimum.
Alright.
Because I get carried away with it. So, can I start with the church?
Yep.
So, Mary Magdalene Church. It stood above the village of Wiston for over 800 years.
Oh, right, it's an old church then, isn't it?
It is a combination of the original Norman building and major redevelopment during the Victorian era by a John Aldridge Scott, and reordering that took place in the 1900s to give the church more modern facilities, which includes a tower at 1250 with a ring of 8 bells, 2 of which are medieval from 1468,
Yep.
the Victorian stained glass by Kemp. The churchyard is extensive, includes a number of interesting gravestones. Right, that's the church. Now, I will try and keep my history down, because my history goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
I get carried away with that. So, here we go. So, the Wiston itself is Anglo-Saxon, and there is some evidence of an Iron Age fort in Canclow Woods. Some excavations to find a Roman road along with a pot containing Roman coins found at Kilthwaite. The Ully Hoard is in Rotherham Museum, but in reality it is most unlikely that there was any sort of early settlement where Wiston stands now. So the Anglo-Saxon claim is supported by no less than 3 distinct entries in the Domesday Book, which is 1086, where the village is named as both Widestan, Whitstan, and also Widthia. Those words in Anglo-Saxon means white stone, which itself is odd because the quarry around Wiston was red, what they quarried the stone.
Yeah.
The name Wiston was rendered differently over the years, and in 1718 the Warburton survey tells us that the locals called it Whiston, as in a H, probably silent, Wiston. At the time of the Saxons, however, much of the area was dominated by the Vikings, and the name of the hamlets that were for a long part of Wiston, some still are. So you've got Herringthorpe, Gulthwaite, Morthen. And Morthen, well, which we spell it now as Morthen, used to be spelled Morthing. So the word thing means a meeting place for Vikings.
Yep.
So that's interesting stuff.
So at one time it was overrun by Vikings.
And Canclow was also a part of Wiston back then, which is, what did you say, mile?
About a mile and a half from here.
So
well, about a mile for the bottom of Canclow. It just depends if Canclow
keep it in brief.
was
There's
from
a lot
around
more.
that area. But there's also stories of a witch in there.
There is, right? So my aunt said to me that she'd been told that there was a story that a witch was buried in here upside down. So I did a bit of research and came across somebody that had actually found the grave, and it actually doesn't say witch, it says wife.
Yeah.
Because they've obviously must have probably done a rubbing over it or something. So I think that's where that came from.
Yeah.
It's just the disintegration of the lettering.
Yeah.
It
So
makes it look like witch, but it's not his wife.
so there might have not been a witch here then buried upside down.
No. But I do know there's one down in Preston.
Yeah. Oh, it's cold on that
I definitely
slab.
know there's one in Preston.
So shall we have a walk round
Yeah.
here, Dan? And then I don't know where you want to start, but they've got some
It's gorgeous.
lovely monuments here to the people, I think, from Wiston that died during World War II.
That's World War II and this side's World War One.
Okay, so this one's World War II from 1939 to 1945.
Yeah, and then we've got one over here.
And then there's another one here from 1914 to 1918 of people from Wiston that took part in the Great War and sadly lost their lives. So it's a beautiful little
Love it.
opening to the church here. I wonder how old this bit
This
is.
big gate here.
Yeah,
Did they
yeah.
get here last time we came? I'm sure
I
they
can't
were.
remember.
I'm sure they were. Someone's left the coffee cup there.
Yeah, that's not good, is it? Must be sure. Yeah, someone's left a cup.
Like for houses.
Yeah, probably. Might have been set up here and forgot to take it down. But this is a lovely little. I love this in my garden. This.
Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely beautiful.
Did I tell you the stocks date back to 1700s?
This what?
The stocks.
No, you didn't mention about
Sorry,
the stocks.
1700s.
Yeah, I did mention it when I first started videoing, but about these stocks being here since the late 1700s.
That's what I read.
So
Lovely little village. But you know, I'm finding the
Jackie sat on there in them last time, didn't she? But
I think she did.
I can't remember if those steel bars were up against it. I think they were, weren't they?
I don't
So
know.
I wonder if
It'll not be down.
I wonder if this wood is the actual. Do you know? These are the actual stocks. Do you know the wood from that?
Oh, look at this, 1786.
Oh, 1786. It says it on there. So that's when.
Let's hope it is. Let's hope it's authentic.
Yeah,
It is.
I hope it's that it's the genuine wood. There's a seat here where the prisoners would sit, or those who was committed of an offence, and they would sit there with their hands and feet dangling out of the stocks.
And there's a public footpath as well. You come
Yep.
walk round.
So there you go. So we're going to walk down the public footpath here. We're going to the churchyard a little bit later on. But so this churchyard has been here for over 800 years, and the church. So yeah.
Gnarly roots.
So it's a very old church in Rotherham. So it's not much. It's a couple of about 400 years behind the main church in Rotherham. So Roman coins were being found in Wiston.
Yeah.
Was it? So you see what they call it, Templeborough. Do you know with that's where the Roman settlement was at Templeborough, and also the bridge at Canclaw.
Yeah.
Canclaw Bridge going into Brinsworth is also said to be part of the temple as well. I wonder what this is here, Diane.
That's what I'm just wondering.
Yeah, it's what they call it, in loving memory of Mildred, daughter of somebody. Can't see it. F. Parker or something.
F. Parker Roads. What?
Roads, yeah. So quite a lot of old gravestones here. It's been well kept. The church is lovely. It's a well kept church and looked after. So last time we come here was a couple of years ago, and I know they were doing some work further along the path down here, so we're going to just take a quick look down there. Oh wow, what's this one? What's this? Can you read this, Diane? So I like the what do you call it? It's a bit Japanese or something, but no, it isn't. Well, I don't know. It looked it when I first saw it. Don't know where Diane's gone to. She's disappeared. Diane. Okay, Diane's disappeared. Where's she gone to? She was just stood here. Diane. Oh, she's down there. You're making me panic then. I'm wondering where the bugger is Diane gone to?
This is the oldest part of...
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it? There's some real old...
This is the end. And
Eh?
drop. This is the end bit and there's a drop down there.
Yeah, I think that was also must have been the oldest part of the cemetery down here. I bet because well, last time we come, they started doing some work, didn't they?
Yeah.
And looks like they've like
That's a bit of a steep one.
yeah, it looks like that that could have also been set graves down there.
From there.
Yeah. We don't want to be falling, do we? Whoops. This looks like an... Is that for
1918.
war grave, yeah?
Quite possibly.
Yeah.
Royal Field Artillery. Oh.
So that's, I think that's also the same as well.
Shall we see if we can get something? Can you ask?
Yeah, you can...
Martin,
What?
can I put a REM pod down, shall
Yeah, you can... Whatever, if you want to.
we? Can we just see if we can speak to this person?
Yeah, see if we can get something. But yeah, I think that was probably part of the church because there's a wall down there. If you go along the path, there's a wall. We'll probably go down there shortly. And I think the graves there was lots of graves in there, but it looks like it's been all dug up and pushed back. Oh, look at that, daffodils coming out. Spring is on its way, everybody. Oh, twig here. I just heard a banging something down there. So looks like over time they've cutting the land back down here. It's probably left to go wild now. There probably was graves down there at one stage, and they're probably clearing it up. I'm just going to take a look up here actually. There's a big tomb thing up here, so let me just take a look. Is there something there? Oh no, it's just gosh, look how there's trees on the on this bit of a hill. It's just been carved out just below it, so one of the trees doesn't fall down. Oh, it's cold tonight, I tell you. Oh, it's not, it's a wall. I thought there was a big tomb here. I was going to take a look and see who it was. But you can't see the writing on that one now, that's disappeared. (1898), age 87. Wow, lived to 87 in the Victorian era. That is a good age. Uh, 79 in 1884. So this person died in 1884, age 79, so they were just born just round about the beginning of the 1800s. So let's go back to down and see if oh, there's a lot of birds flying around in the trees.
So if you'd like to speak to us, we'd just like to say hello and thank you. Martin always pays respects to his people in the army and such likes.
Yeah, thank you for your service to the country.
He always does that. Like I say, I come from a military background. All my family's been in the military, in the army, RAF. So I had family out there with you.
Only person I know of anybody being in, well, my granddad was in World War II. He was also a prisoner of war during World War II. On my real dad's side.
Yeah.
On my stepdad's side, my step-granddad was in the army, and he went in at the end of World War II to bring out the Nazis.
That's what my uncle did. He went to liberate the camps.
Yeah, same as my granddad as well. They went to liberate the camps in Poland, Germany, and well, they weren't really in Germany, were they? They was on the outs. Yeah, they were on the outskirts of Germany. But they didn't fetch them in because a lot of the German people didn't actually know about the camps.
They didn't. I mean, obviously there's some documentaries now where they walk people through, and the people are fainting. They did not know.
Yeah,
not all the Germans were aware of anything.
Yeah,
they thought it was just a good leader leading, but it wasn't.
It's the same as what we got now with Putin, isn't
exactly, it? Yeah, because the people don't know what's going off there.
Most of the people in Russia don't even know what's happening.
They really don't.
Because their TV is what they call it is controlled by Putin, and he tells them what they call it. And it's same with the people of Germany. Lots of German people didn't know that these concentration camps ever existed.
No, they don't. They really don't. Totally oblivious and aware of it all.
Yeah.
When people were fainting when they went in.
Yeah, and same. It's what Hitler did. Putin is more or less doing the same today with the Russian people, which is really bad. A lot of Russians do know that's what's happening, but a lot
left.
A lot of people are saying the old people of Russia, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, we don't believe you or what's happening. You're being brainwashed and things like that.
A lot of people have actually left Russia because of that.
Yeah, well, they didn't want to get conscripted into the army, did they?
They didn't want to be in with people that do things like that. They left.
So if there's anybody here, I'm not sure if you'll be able to speak to us. If you're here still, can you come and say hello to us?
Mr. T. Waning,
Mr.
Royal Field Artillery.
Would you like to come and say hello to us? My name's Martin.
My name's Diane. Like I said, I come from a military background.
I originate close to here. I originate from Canclaw, which is down the road. Do you know of Canclaw?
Because I'm just saying, obviously my uncle being a sergeant, it could have worked. We could have been with any of these people.
Yeah. Did you? Do you know where Swinton is? Well, Dan actually originated from Romarsh. Do you know these areas at all?
And the devices on the floor, there's nothing there. The red light will make a noise, but the little ball won't. If the ball's better, and you don't want the noise, use the ball.
Yeah, try and move the ball.
And it'll just flash red and blue. That's it.
That's all just flash red and blue lights.
We just have to come down and have a chat and see if we could communicate with you.
That's all we're here for, to communicate, to prove I'm doing it, I'm talking over you, Diane.
I'm good. You carry on.
Just here to prove that life goes on after death. Can you prove to us that life goes on after death? Could you touch any of these two devices that are on the ground? Or you can actually speak into this camera, and we may be able to pick your voice up after when we listen to the movie. So this, when you was alive, it was probably silent movies that you used to watch, like Charlie Chaplin and Keystone Cops and what are the others?
Harold Lloyd.
Harold Lloyd. Oh, he's my favourite, him, Harold Lloyd.
Was it Marlene Dietrich? Which no, the one before her. Oh, what's the name?
I don't know.
There was a lady before her. She did the silent movies.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Fay Ray.
I think she did a lot with Charlie Chaplin, didn't she?
Yeah, Fay Ray. She was the silent.
Yeah.
One.
So I do know about if you watch silent movies in your days, like Charlie Chaplin and Harold Lloyd. Used to watch Laurel and Hardy.
They're possible.
Yeah, they did a lot of silent movies before sound came out.
Yeah.
Laurel and Hardy as well. So
there was a lady that looked like Marlene Dietrich, blonde hair.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name, and I know she did a lot of silent movies.
yeah, I'm not sure. Was Charlie Chaplin originally English?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Charlie Chaplin were English.
Mm-hmm.
Stan out of Laurel and Hardy, he was English as well.
Yeah. Weren't they both English?
I think Stan come from, was it Staffordshire?
Yeah.
No, Oliver was American, and Stan was British. I think he come from around Staffordshire area. Hope it weren't Leek.
Oh, don't start with that.
What do you call it? So there you go. We know a bit about silent movies. Today's talking movies now that we have. So the sound on them. Did you go and watch the movies, the pictures?
And the cartoons.
Yeah. I think, when did the first cartoon come out? Was that Steamboat thingy, Mickey Mouse?
I think it before. I think the cartoons were out before.
Well, it were.
That.
Yeah. I don't know. Steamboat, what do you call it? Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
That was the first. I think that was the first movie ever made by Disney. Cartoon.
Disney,
So there you go. Was you in the trenches in France? Did you go over to France and was you in the trenches? Or maybe you could have drove a tank during World War One. This World War One, isn't it?
This is World War One, yeah.
Yeah. So just to let you know that the British won the war.
Both of them.
We've had two wars. We had the Second World War as well, and the British won that as well, and with his allies. So I just thought I'd just let you know, in case you didn't know, that World War One and World War Two was won by the British and its allies. World War Two started when Germany invaded Poland, and we kicked their asses. Just.
A lot of trickery and magic went on.
Yep. I'd probably say most of these people are not probably here no more, Dan. They're probably...
Possibly not, but we just thought we'd come and say hello and how are you, and let you know
Probably,
what happened and pass our regards and respects on.
Probably may have moved on and gone on to another life, especially if there's reincarnation, you know what I mean?
Hope so.
I'm not saying that everybody goes through reincarnation. There's probably lots of spirits that do hang around and don't want to go through that, to be born again, and this part of this video is going to run out.